I asked the chief, "Chief, who would win, good or evil?" The chief answered and asked, "Who do you think?" I said, "Doesn't good always win?" He said, "No, the one you feed the most." As you just saw there, the one you feed the most. Who do you feed the most? Well, you saw that long list of strains. Look how much stronger that bacteria, fungus, what we call MRSA, has gotten, and many other strains, and like penicillins. And this CDC is one of those main places that we as in public health go to for guidance when we run into issues. And so CDC stands for Center for Disease Control, and they have a list of what times of the day we should practice certain things. And one of the most important things that you'll always see, the most basic, the most little things. And it's those little things that come together, just like those little things that you saw, that come together. And they get stronger. So we need to combat that by the most basic thing that I've talked about before, that I talked about in full context, that knowledge in full context. You become more in control, and more informed, and more guided. So CDC has given us a list, and before I give you that list, they have partnered with schools, Healthy People. Healthy People is an organization that puts out good information about nutrition and basic health. What good, depending on where you're at, what lifestyle, what conditions you're dealing with. They tell you what best to do for yourself. But the focus today is, what is that basic procedure that we do throughout the day that's needed. And the third organization is one of the big things is food safety. You hear about them strains like Salmonella, and many Gardialysis. It's different strains that cause you to get sick. So what causes that? What is this that is lacking? Food safety, but where does it come from? Well, if it's not from the environment, it's us. And it usually starts with the first thing we use every day, and that's our hands. Okay? So, hand hygiene is something that's so important. Like I said before, the technique is great, but we need to learn what times of the day should we do it. How many times? Well, CDC has given us a list. So whether we're at home, at work, or in a hospital, or even aboard ships, but more pertinently, when, on those times. Okay? So CDC has given us a list here. Here, the first thing we have here is before, during, and after preparing food. Before eating the food. Okay? So, before we start preparing food, we wash our hands during the preparation because you don't want to mix raw stuff with cooked stuff. And then during the preparation, before and after caring for someone who's sick, like myself, okay? Before and after treating a cut or wound, that's important. After using the facilities, at home or outside. After changing diapers or cleaning up a child, if you have kids, if it's applicable, or if you happen to be the one who have to do it or help out. After doing the normal things that we do every day when our body wants to get rid of germs, like coughing, sneezing, or blowing your nose, touching animals or animal waste. After handling pets or pet treats, and touching garbage. So, let's individualize this. How can you fit this structure in your life together? Put this long list in your lifestyle. So, first thing when you wake up, you get out of bed, okay? And when you get out of bed, you've been in a warm, moist area, so it's very humid. And we're warm, we're mammals. So first thing we want to do is realize that a lot of fungus, bacteria, they survive in that environment. So what we're going to do, we're going to come out here and make sure when we wake up in the morning, take care of our business. Okay? Then, when you go downstairs and you've done everything to clean yourself up. But what happens when you're coming downstairs? You're holding all this. You're probably dealing with kids. You're probably dealing with the garbage you didn't pick up yesterday. Now you're picking it up on your way down. And then you come to the front. Maybe you grab your paper. And then you come over here. You grab your phone. Or you grab your remote. And you're getting hungry. So the first thing you want to do is I would wash my hands. So then you're going to prepare breakfast. And then you're going to go back and forth to the fridge. So I know it's very tedious, but it's important to do this. And then you get done eating. And you got to do it. You got to wash your hands before you go out and touch your car. So if you have kids, you take care of them. But first take care of yourself. If you have pets, take care of those pets. Okay? Stay healthy. But you also want to stay healthy. You also want your pets to stay healthy, but you need to stay healthy. When you cough or sneeze throughout the day, just make sure you do what you got to do. Okay? At the end of the day, we all want to succeed. And I know none of us want to be sick and unable to function. So, take care of yourself. Okay? Go wash your hands.